Guys, welcome to my channel. Today, i-compare naman natin yung difference ng Montero Sport 4x2 GT as against yung 4x4 na GT, no? So we will try to analyze, is it worth the price difference? Tingnan natin, i-compare natin yung mga features, which is important, ano yung hindi. And we can conclude kung ano yung magandang choice, no? Anyway, halika, samahan niyo ako. Let's base muna dun sa list price. Ano? Ang list price kasi ng GT na 4x2 is 1,928,000 as against yung 4x4 na 2,298,000 pesos. So ang difference niya is 370,000 pesos. Out of the 370,000 pesos, is it justified? Kasi yung 370,000 pesos, actually, you can buy a second-hand car already. Pero, let's analyze it. Tingnan natin kung okay ba talaga. To put in proper perspective, yung GT na 4x2 is, pareho rin yung interior ng 4x4, ano? It has the same leather seats, pareho yung head unit, pareho din yung manibela, parehong may paddle shifter. Ang unang mapapansin mo syempre yung anong dito, sunroof, no? Yung 4x4 meron siyang sunroof. That's the main difference physical na makikita mo, no? And then sa second, meron siya ditong syempre meron dito siyang button to shift yung yung 4x4, no? So, yun ang pagkakaiba niya basically. Difference talaga. Siyempre, ang pinaka-expensive na component nyo, yung 4x4 drive system. So, ano ba yung advantage ng 4x4? Number one, it improves yung traction in dangerous driving conditions, no? Second, meron siyang additional weight, so it redounds to better grip on the road kasi mas mabigat siya ng ilang kilo, no? And then so you can use it in a variety of ways. For example, in the area na maulan o maputik, or you normally go off-roading, you have extra wheels, no, that helps propels the car, no? So, yun ang kaganda ng 4x4. So, pag pumunta ka sa off-road, sa mga madudulas na daan, you have extra power or extra protection, kumbaga. Ano naman yung negative side ng 4x4? Of course, number one, it's expensive. It's more expensive than 4x2. And then, yung drivetrain niya, no, is more complicated, no? Kasi meron kang extra gear nando sa harap na nakakabit sa kanya. Siyempre, pagka mas madaming moving parts, it's more expensive to maintain. Second, it consumes more gas, of course, because of the extra power needed, no? Of course, mas mabigat siya because of the additional components, no? Meron siyang extra differential, meron kang transfer case, kaya saka meron kang extra drive shaft. Yun ang nagpapabigat doon sa system niya. But later on, I'll discuss yung ano ba yung four-wheel drive system talaga. So we have discussed the four-wheel drive system, which is the main component. Okay, what are the additional features ng 4x4 na wala doon sa 4x2? The additional is really more on the safety features, ano? Number one is yung meron siyang ultrasonic misacceleration mitigation system. That one, no? Second, meron din siya yung tinatawag na FCM, ano? Ano ba yung FCM? Yon yung Forward Collision Mitigation System. So, it's a function wherein pagka yung malapit ka, meron ka na sa harap, nadidetect niya yung kung meron masyado kang malapit, so magbe-brake siya. And then, meron din siyang adaptive cruise control. Ito kasi sa 4x2, hindi siya adaptive. So, yung adaptive, syempre, pagka bumagal yung nasa harap mo, from the world itself, mag-a-adapt yung cruise control, kukontrolin din niya yung speed para magkaroon ng space between the two cars for safety reason, no? And then, another feature is yung meron siyang rear cross traffic alert. So, it's really more on the safety. Another one is yung blind spot warning. So magbibib siya, no? Pag nakita niya yung mga blind spot. So, and then there's additional feature yung tinatawag na lane change assist. Sa Montero ang tawag doon is LCA or lane change assist. Ito yung pagka mawawala ka sa lane, so magsa-sound yung yung sensor para mag-stay ka doon sa lane, no? Para hindi ka ma-aksidente. So that's the basic additional. And one thing that I remember is meron siyang additional na knee airbags, no? Lang siya dito sa front, sa driver, saka curtain airbags, saka side airbags. So from the 6 sa 4x2 naging 7 dun sa 4x4, no? And then of course, yung 4x4, meron din siyang rear fog lamps, no? So, yung 4x2, wala siya nung rear fog lamps. So, useful yan kapag ka yung umuulan, tapos madilim, para hindi ka ma-aksidente, makita ka kagad. So, pwede mong switch mo yung rear fog lamp. Another additional feature is yung rain sensing wipers, no? Alam naman natin yung rain sensing wiper. So pagka nabasa yung windshield mo, may certain degree of water na bumabagsak, automatic na bubukas yung kanyang wiper system, no? And then meron ding auto dimming yung rear view mirror. So, kaya isa pang feature, nung sa 4x4, meron siyang parang filter dito, no? Na naglilinis ng air. So, lumalabas dito yung sign parang nano filter, no? To clean yung air that's coming inside the cabin. So, that's another feature ng 4x4. Okay, additional feature ng 4x4, yung automatic yung adjustment nitong passenger seat. Di ba dito sa driver seat meron kang automatic adjustment? Of course, as I've said kanina, ang isa sa main feature physically is really yung yung sunroof dito. So that's basically the difference of the 4x2 and 4x4. Okay, now let's discuss kanina, why do people go for 4-wheel drive? Kasi nga, ginagamit nila yon sa mga difficult terrain conditions. Kaya lang, meron ding misconception about all-wheel drive saka 4-wheel drive, no? So, i-discuss ko sa inyo yung difference. Minsan kasi, nai-interchange natin yung all-wheel drive or tinatawag na AWD doon sa 4-wheel drive, ano? Pag sinabi nating all-wheel drive, no? Ibig sabihin yan, yung system, yung 4 na gulong niya is always on, ano? Wala siyang human intervention. Kasi yung sa 4x4, meron kang human intervention. So meaning to say, This is always active. So wala kang button na pinipress o minsan may lever na pinipress ka. And this is common doon sa mga crossovers, ano? Sometimes actually nilalagyan nila yun ng different names for marketing purposes eh. A good example is yung halimbawa sa Volkswagen, they call it, pag all-wheel drive, they call it 4Motion, no? The famous one is for Subaru, they call it symmetrical, no? BMW, ang tawag nila sa all-wheel drive yung ano nga ba, yung X-Drive, no? Sa Mercedes-Benz naman, they call it 4MATIC, no? And then sa Honda, they call it real time. Another good example yung sa Mini Cooper, they call it all-4. So although they have different names, they all work the same way, no? By providing power to all the four wheels to enhance the traction. So yung all-wheel drive is hindi siya actually front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. It's both, no? So normally kasi yung mga all-wheel drive ngayon automatic na. Pag na-detect ng sensor na may slippage, pina-power on niya lahat ng aside from the two wheels, nagiging four wheels na siya all the time. Kaya real-time all-wheel drive. Now, let's go to the 4x4 system. Ito yung ang same goal siya ng all-wheel drive, to power all the four wheels. You can find them dun sa mga truck-like or bigger or heavier machines. Yung kasing 4x4 na real 4x4, ang normal na gumagana lang talaga yung rear wheel, ano? Tapos para maging 4 wheel siya, kailangan mong i-activate or turning a dial or pulling a lever, no? Pag naka-engage na yung 4x4 system, yung all 4 wheels are now powered, no? And then pag switch off mo yung yung lever or button, magdi-disengage ngayon. And the vehicle will run on a 2-wheel drive. So usually yung mga 4x4, rear-wheel drive talaga yan. Dadagdagan lang yung front pag inactivate mo. So nung unang nung earlier days, pagka 4-wheel drive, bumababa ka pa to engage, mailock mo yung sa front differential, di ba? Ang nasa harap yun, meron siyang multiple set of gears na physically nagme-mesh together niya. Pagka kailangan mo nang i-turn on, nagme-mesh yung gear. Tapos pagka in-off mo naman, magdi-disengage yung gear. Paano naging 4x2 na lang siya. So yun ang difference ng ng 4x4 doon sa all-wheel drive. Okay, my conclusion, no? Do you need a 4x4 or a 4x2? It really depends on your need. So you have to adapt to the situation or to the need na kailangan mo, no? For example, kung if you're mostly in the city, hindi ka naman bihira kang outside of the city, maganda yung daan, you don't need a 4x4. It's an extra weight and extra maintenance, no? But if you're living, for example, in the province, masama ang daan, and then mountainous roads, slippery, palaging maulan, I think 4x4 is justified, no? So the main consideration really is paano mo siya gagamitin. So kung hindi mo naman siya kailangan, I think yung 370,000 difference, i-save mo na lang, no? Pero kung kailangan mo, well, you go for the 4x4. So yung iba kasi kumukuha ng 4x4 because may mga additional na safety features naman. So kung importante sa inyo ang more safety features, then go for the 4x4. Pero kung you can live without them naman, then go for 4x2. At the end of the day, ikaw pa rin talaga yung magdi-decide, no? Yun lang ang masasabi ko. So both are good variants. So depende sa pangangailangan mo. Okay, alright. Hanggang dito na lang tayo. I hope I have given you yung difference ng 4x2 at saka 4x4. So whichever you choose, nasa sa inyo na yan. Depende sa gamit nyo. Okay, if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you again in my next vlog. Bye!